So an organic pig, in order to be certified organic, for these babies to be certified organic, our moms need to be out here for the last third of their gestation on the certified organic land. And that means, so a pig gestation is 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. So essentially they need to be out here for the last month, week, and day of their gestation. Once they come out here, they start eating certified organic grain, and they're laying in certified organic straw. They eat certified organic hay. This is all the land that they're rooting in is also certified organic. They eat all the stuff that, you know, isn't necessarily what we would want to eat, but they love it. So all of that pretty much makes them certified organic. And then they also must go to a certified organic processor, which we actually don't necessarily always do. So sometimes our meat is raised organically, but not necessarily certified organic. The processors that we choose are based on welfare standards and how they choose to process the meat. So that's our number one concern, and typically that's our buyer's number one concern as well. So if we tell them that they didn't go to an organic a certified organic processor, but we are happy with their standards, then that's almost always good enough for our customers. Initially, people think it's really cool that I get to play with pigs. Some of them are like, why would you want to do that? They love the mud. And I'm like, yes, they love the mud, but that's because it keeps them cool in the summer, because I don't believe they sweat, and that's how they stay cool. They roll in the watery, muddy area, and then it also prevents them from getting sunburned. So other than that, some people are sad. Some students are really sad because they know that we get to, you know, play with pigs essentially for 6 months, but then they do go to harvest. And they are, you know, humanely, hopefully all animals are slaughtered humanely, but ours are. We make a certain point that ours are. We've tried out different slaughter facilities, processing facilities is what they should be called. And we look for, that's our highest standard. We look for the highest standard available for that. So explaining to students that aspect of it is sometimes hard, especially I've had little kids come out here and they ask too, and I tell them flat out, I'm like, this is pork production. These are pork production animals, and that's probably the hardest part for people to grasp. And I'm like, well, where do you think your meat comes from? Because I can tell you, if you're, you know, not conscious about where you're buying your meat, chances are it's not coming from a facility like this. Chances are they're indoors on concrete slated floors, not able to root in the mud and play with each other and, you know, be with their moms for 5-6 weeks, however long they nurse. And yeah, so it is sad, but it's making meat production better, which is really important.
It's one thing to understand the environmental issues that we face on the planet, but it's a whole other thing to develop an ethic of care. And what we're saying is happening here is students like Lexi and Joe Fox and all of my other amazing students learn how to be carers here in a very real context, and then that ethic of care radiates out. And so when you learn to care for another being or another species, you then develop those skills to care for an ecosystem or for a farm or a farm community, and then that radiates out even further, and you learn to develop an ethic of care for the even larger systems.
It's this incredible give and take that they give me so much love, and I think I give them so much love. It's such an incredible feeling. I don't have any pets up here, and I hate to say it because they really shouldn't be, but they become like my pets. And I have these incredible little guys that look up to me, little guys and girls. There's actually more girls than guys. They look up to me and, you know, run to the fence when I come for 6 months, and it's the greatest feeling in the world to have them climbing all over you and them to nudge you, and there's no feeling like it. I'm interested in connecting people with their food and them seeing how it's raised, and eating meat humanely and eating it consciously, so that you know it's both, you know, good for the earth, good for you. There's no antibiotics, you know, all of these things that we don't really consider when we just pick up a package. MSU could be a huge starting point for that, and we could be the model for it and teach other universities how to do this, and, you know, help expand this pastured pork production. And, you know, we could be a leader in an incredible project like this.
This Greening of the Great Lakes video is produced by Russ Green and White at Michigan State University for MLive.com.